Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Farming Simulator 25 in our Riverbend Springs playthrough. We're going to be doing some FERC contracts. I just confirmed in the pre-show, fertilizer contracts are still vastly profitable. Definitely worth doing. I spent $422 on some fertilizer and got $1,700 back in exchange for something that took about 5 minutes worth of effort. I'm fine with that. How's everybody this fine Friday? That's right, it is Friday. Now, next Friday, we will be over. Sorry about that. Next Friday, we'll be over on our secondary channel, FK's Funhouse. Explanation FK's Funhouse for a link to that. Because we're going to be doing Wreckfest, the return of Wreckfest, next Friday night. Be sure to join, subscribe to the other channel so you don't miss out on that absolute mayhem. You know what you do after you've had a hard week? You crash into people. And you just cause general mayhem. Because that feels good. Right? It feels great. Welcome, Case Simulator YouTuber, Old Man Gaming, Ravenhawk, David, Victor, Smoke82, Richard, who else is here? Christian, Chris, Jonathan V. Welcome to chat. How's everybody on this fine evening? And before I go and forget this time around, this video is brought to you by Jimmy Anderson and Scooter's Workbench. Thank you for being farm barons. So, something else that I think is a bit different in Farming Simulator 25, and that is changing the number of days per month. So there was a question on contract expiration, and I changed the number of days per month because I theorized that these contracts would expire in 2 days versus 1. That theorem was incorrect. As you can see, well, actually, it may not be incorrect. We got to wait another day. Because I was expecting to move into October. Because I changed the number of days per month when we were in September. It's now September 2nd. Now I've got to go back and test this in FS22 because I still have FS22 installed. But I was pretty sure that in FS22, if you change the days per month, it took effect the following month. It definitely takes effect the following month if you start in August. I did test that. So if you do a brand new save game in Farm Sim 25, you start in August, you immediately change it to 2 day months, you sleep, you move into September 1st. But I was pretty sure with FS22, if you change days per month, it didn't take effect until the following month. And if that is the case, then that's different. Because we very much are now at September 2nd. Alright, David confirms that. But I need to go back and check. Because it definitely is the following month if you do it in August. But if I did it in September, is it the following month? So I thought that's worth knowing. Like, you could almost... you could cheat the clock. Like, if you're pressed for time, you got a bunch of harvest to do, the weather's junky, and then it stops raining at like 5 p.m. and you got like I've got 7 hours to harvest everything. Like, there's not enough time in the day to do that, possibly. Maybe you could change to, like, I'm going to do 3 days per month. And then sleep and get up, and now you have 2 full days to harvest. Huh? I think that's a pretty good idea. But it doesn't work on month 1. So that was interesting. I found that out. Okay, so they'll probably make a new one for mobile in I don't know, a year and a half. It works, Caleb. It will work. It will work. Trust me, it will work. That is how I did it before I had the Giants eShop copy. Right here. Here's my Steam. Oh, here's Farm Sim 17 properties. Oh, it's not there. Farm Sim, oh, because it's probably a different install. Look, Farm Sim 19 dash cheats dash skip start videos. It's not here for Farm Sim 22 because I never used it for 22. Dash cheats dash skip start videos. Okay, so I don't own an Xbox. I don't own consoles. I do not prefer consoles. I prefer PC because I'm in favor of not being locked down. That's why I don't have an iPhone or any Apple products, because I don't want to be locked down to use the product the way someone else wants me to. Well, you can use a controller on PC. People use Xbox controllers typically, but folks also use PlayStation controllers. And on PC, you can come and do whatever you want. You want to wheel pedals? Done. You want to use joysticks? Done. I know a guy that has 2 joysticks, one on each side of his chair, and that's all he uses for Farm Sim. Doesn't touch the keyboard, doesn't touch a mouse, just uses 2 joysticks for everything. You have the ultimate in control. If you don't like the controls, just change them. There is a shop at the store. Other than that, I guess you're putting your own down. Oh, I did. Oh, you know what? Bailey. Nope, I don't have any. I did. I installed the round Bailey thing. I got to go back and look at my farm. I got to check out my bales. It's in the other building. But, you know, I know a guy who did a map video who showed you where it all is. You know how frustrating it is when I have all the answers, literally, to most people's questions in my videos, and people still ask them? It's pretty frustrating. Well, Case, I mean, they do have somewhat limited controls on mobile because it's mostly a touch screen, right? That's fine. I was more or less talking to Ravenhawk. But yeah. So over here, that store. It's way over here. Did I collect that contract? $4,300. Thank you. Let's go back to the farm because I wanna look at those bales now. Let's see my round around bales. Oh, they look a little rounder. See, they're a little rounder. All right, we gotta check our animals. You're good. You're good. You're good. These guys. These guys. Schultz is like, these cows are too old. You need to get rid of them. They're dead meat. Alright, fine. Fine, be that way. What? You're good. You're good. Everybody's good. I did. I downloaded that today because I did a video on installing mods today. So I took that opportunity to actually install mods. I couldn't do an install mod video until mods existed. So I put that video out. Well, I don't expect you really need to. You know, you're an experienced player. That video is really only for the new player. Either new to PC or new to Farm Sim. Right? But we cover the in-game mod hub, we cover the outside mod hub, right? The web mod hub. We cover moving mods into the mod folder, right? And then we broach the subject on where do I download mods not on the Giants mod hub. And which mod sites are trustworthy. And I basically tell them none of them are. And instead, I say base your decision to use a site on if they steal from Giants or not. Because if they steal from Giants, then they're not worth downloading from. And you know they stole from Giants or not because if you see, and you will see, every mod on the Giants mod hub will be on the 1,000 other mod sites out there. If you download it from one of the other sites, does it take you to the mod hub to click download, or does it just give you the file? If it gives you the file, they're not coming from the mod hub because Giants doesn't allow direct download. They're blocking direct file access. So you have to link to the mod hub webpage in order to download from the Giants mod hub. So if they're linking to an actual file, they're basically stealing from the mod author. They're taking candy from a baby, if you will. They're taking food out of the baby's mouth. And as such, You don't know you don't know if it's the right file or not. You don't know if someone's messed with it. You know if it's got corrupt code in it. We've already had at least one mod in multiple farm sims that has been deliberately damaging save games, so you don't need that. And then I say, you know, get to know your mod authors. Follow your mod authors. And most mod authors probably use Facebook. And know your mod authors, because after you learn them and know them, you know where they want to post things. And if they like to post things on Facebook, well, then you know to go to Facebook for their stuff. If they like to use itch.io, lots of folks like to use itch.io, then go to the itch.io page for them and get their stuff there. Because it's probably rare that a mod author is putting their mod out there on hundreds of websites. Nobody's got time for that. And all these mod sites, they just steal from each other. It's like propagating a virus. And they make their money off of everyone else's back's hard work. They steal mods from everyone else. They put them on their site. They sell ads, and people come to their site, and they get shown ads. They download from a site that probably has a bunch of ads on it, and all they do is they reap ad money reward by people showing up to download other people's work. So why encourage them to do that? Just don't use them. There we go. Time to go realize our stuff. I don't think this is intended as a through road, but okay. Why not? That sounds a little silly. Tomorrow I refreshed the video related to moving your mod folder. So we've got that to look forward to. And I finally, after a couple days, finished building the temple. So we're on Hutan Pantai, the big contract mission. The temple is built. My numbers have been confirmed. So tonight, literally tonight, I will be time-lapsing that build. It's going to take all night long. Whoa! Jeez, car, just drive me off the road. All right, let's fertilize our field. Where are we up to? 77% yield bonus. 22%. We had 22% off of one fert layer. Made any wooden toys yet? What are you talking about? Oh, you talking about the toy maker? No. I'm not doing any forestry. What are you talking about? Dude, I'm just waiting for the update to come out. That'll fix it, I'm sure. So yeah, it was interesting that the mods that were over at LSFM were taken down, I guess removed. I guess they were put there, and then they were sent to the Giants Mod Hub, and maybe they were expecting a long process for the testing. But the testing for 25 mods is near instantaneous at the moment. It looks like things submitted are put into testing the same day. So that is good to see. Now, 2-day months, that might let me catch weeds before they go to medium size. We'll have to see. I had a really interesting comment the other day. I don't know, the guy must have had a really bad day. He was like, I'm done with your channel. I had to watch an ad for a different game. I'm like, what? Well, first off, buddy, I have no control over what ads YouTube plays. And second off, I feel sorry for any other creator that you want to watch, because, you know, they don't have any control over the ads that show up on their channel either. So if you're just going to stop watching people because you don't like the ad YouTube played, then you're not going to be watching YouTube for long. Heaven forbid you go over to Twitch. You got to watch a 30-minute infomercial before you can see anybody over there. Well, case, these days people need to be special little butterflies. If the wind blows the wrong way and they smell their own farts, they get offended at the person behind them. I mean, you can skip them, right? When I say infomercials, I mean you go to Twitch and it's like, you click on someone's channel and it's like 2 minutes and 30 seconds of ad before you can do anything. It's like, I just came by to say, hey, but, you know, maybe now I'm not going to drop by because it's a good 5-minute investment just to drop in and say, hey, how you doing? All right, this will conclude our fertilization expose. And then we'll see what else we can get into. We're going to be doing Wreckfest, yeah, on Friday. Next Friday, we're going to go back to it. Obviously, last Friday we had the launch of Early Access, so that's what we were doing there. And tomorrow night, we're going to conclude our nightly live stream coverage because I go back to work on Monday. And therefore, I need time Monday evenings or in the evenings, weekday evenings, to put content together. I was hoping to have several videos in the can, so to speak, but that did not turn out. Due to the buildable houses, that video took several hours to put together. The Riverbend Springs missions with the museum and the pirate ship, that took like an entire day. And the temple's going to be like a day and a half. So well, depending on what you want to do with it, you could just do, I mean, if you're just going to do XML edits to modify the values, you can do that now. You don't need the editor to do that. But yeah, the editor will drop at some point soon. Okay. Let's see where we are. We have all three of our fields are not harvested. They're all planted. They're all fertilized. We're between 77 and 75%. So you can go in and modify the XML values now, or you can copy them out and make a modified version. You know what I do need to do? I need to, I need to make some more hay. I only got 4 bales. Oh. I would say, Case, that's probably a no then. Okay, let's see where there's grass. Where, let's ask Google. Where is grass near me? Grass near me is in 12. Our field 11. I don't know, Rebel Strip. I've never added engines. We're still adding mods to FS22. There's 3 new maps over there. I feel bad for them. I mean, Xbox One and PlayStation 4 will mess with them, but who else? Oh, let's check. I installed some MODs mods. All right. All we have is this. Yeah, that's what I thought. Thought I had the full mower set. All right, let's go mow some grass. It's not a chicken coop. We don't know really what it is. But it's also, there's also this over here. Oops, wrong one. Oh, no, I have to use this one. Where is it? Here it is. There's also this. Right, this big building, which, you know, for all intents and purposes, looks like it's a big chicken coop, but it's useless. So I have a feeling that it and this is giant wasted space. This doesn't make sense to be wasted space. I have a feeling that this and that over at the other farm. And this, I have a feeling that these are something that is going to be a part of a either content update or feature update at a slightly later date, because it doesn't make much sense why this would be here. In the state that it's in. I really don't feel that it's a mistake. Yeah. And you think they're going to tell you the whole answer? Everything else is removable other than those two. Oh, you know what? It is a nice mod. That sale mod. What is it called again? You get pop-up notices when new things are added to the sale list. Well, the fact that everything else, other than the house that the NPCs are tied to, everything else on those farms is sellable, other than those two buildings, really seems awful interesting. So yeah, you get a pop-up notice under your clock over here when new things are added to the store as sales. Like, I got a notice that the international pickup was on sale. I already have one, but that was nice to see. So I have a feeling that within a year's time, we'll know exactly what those buildings are for. Like, maybe they're for, as was suggested or hinted at, rabbits. Maybe they're for some other animal that's small, that would have little watering things like the chickens. Do you have the mod? If you didn't install the sale mod, then you're not going to see it. But it's, I don't know what the mod's called. Sale something. But if you get that mod and activate it, then you'll get notices when things go on sale. Between the fog and the dust, can't see what I'm doing. Oh, Case, you need to watch yourself. That's it, special offers. I wonder if we gotta talk to David if he'll ask us why we bought the grass field from him. That looks awful dark or light for being grass. So yeah, we're gonna wrap these bales and we can see what they look like with the mod. $27 hours. Man, what have you been doing? I could make hay, I could make silage. I could really go either way. Oh, it was the baler that was dust free. I remember somebody making a comment about something being dust free the other night. It was a baler. I'm like, is this mowing? This is definitely making dirt. Justin, I am definitely not. I think Jonathan said he was going to jump to watch that. Justin, I do not think 4X maps will come to console. I don't I think it has to deal with file size of the save games. The file sizes for 4X maps are significantly larger for the save game. And my understanding is that space is at a premium with consoles when it comes to mod space, save game space. But we won't know until either one happens or doesn't happen. So, like, I mean, this is an extreme example, but a 16x map, all I did was I launched the game and I saved it. And then I closed it and I zipped it up and put it on a server. And the save game, just starting it, was 200 megs. Like a standard save game is like less than 10. So that's kind of an extreme example because the 16x map is 16 times a standard map or 4 times a 4x map. But let's say if every save slot consumed 50 megabytes of storage, what would that do to the storage budget for mods? I don't know. I just can't get over that, you know, you have a console that has a terabyte of storage, or nearly a terabyte of storage, and Microsoft and Sony only let any one game consume some percent of that. So we'll see. Right, we don't know for sure until either it happens or doesn't happen. But how is the fight? I was just sitting here looking at the windrows and realizing that the windrows are casting a shadow. Right, that's new. That's new for Farm Sim 25 is the way shadows and lighting work. That the you know, windrows are casting shadows. Justin, I'd save things up. Save up. If the Series X is satisfying your needs and wants, then there's no reason to change anything out. So, Rumble Strip, I heard an interesting story from the Case IH preview event. One of the old-time Case guys was talking about some of the older in-cab tractors, like the 1086. He said the way they did the way the air filters worked. He said people would call them self-cleaning air filters because you had to slam the cab door shut so hard that the act of shutting the cab door caused such a pressure differential with respect to the air that it would blow the air filters clean. It was a funny little story. Alright, I think what we'll do is we will hire a helper to TED and see how much we have to TED outside the field as a result. And then decide if we can hire a helper to do the windrowing. I mean, talking about wasted space, this whole area. Whoops. Right, the Crossing General Store. This just feels like, I mean, it's a really nice area. Got a barber shop. And then we have a general store this way. But it's all just deco. It could be something. Of course, it could be something for a mod map. There we are. Let's use the white. What's up, Raphael? How you doing? Oh yeah, let's take out more street signs. That's what we do. Oh, I have a feeling he'll bring No Man's Land back, or something similar. I have a feeling I have a feeling a wilderness style map will be one of the first maps released. It would be the easier map to release because, well, there's really not a whole lot going on other than open land and some forestry, right? Some rolling hills. Oh, we should pump up the time scale. Why is that so slow? I think it was, David. I think it was. Get to work. Get our challenger out. Let's see. It's in the objects. It's under others. Nope, it's not that one. There she is. There's 3 tool sheds. 1, 2, 3. And depending on how big it is how much stuff you can put in it. Are you like, where have you been all my life? I've missed you so much, and I didn't even know I didn't have you. I mean, we could just skirt around this field. Yeah, we were messing with that the other day. And I made it vanish without a trace, but it's back. I think there's like little random balls all over the place. No, there's no way to throw it. Like we're weak. Look, throw is like drop. It's dumb. Throw it. It doesn't go anywhere. Walter, you want to play some soccer? I mean, it's kind of a comically big soccer ball. You know? Oh. Well, why do we not have any descriptive information here? It doesn't say hold it down. Left click and holding it doesn't do anything. Alright, so our honey is slowly accumulating. Our flour mill is just abysmally slow. And we have another pallet of peppers. Take this over here. Well, you're taking a long time to do this work. Justin, well, I mean, depending on what needs to be done with respect to the new material system and, you know, the wet tires and the reflections and all of that, he may need, they may need a Giants editor, and, you know, that's not out yet. I was like, what is this message? I can't read. There was a bright text on a bright background. Thank you for coming over. Where are you going, dude? Where are you going, lady? Oh, now you're doing your up and downs, but you're doing it crooked. Oh my gosh. Just give it to me. What's the TARDIS pack? I know I saw her comment. She was uploading something that people were requesting. Oh, I don't. I guess I don't know. I guess I just need to know what that is. I mean, getting in its ground floor is a great opportunity to get downloads because, well, folks are mod crazy and they're apt to literally download anything at this point. I'm not that I'm over mods, but it takes a lot for me to get excited. I would say I'm most interested in the gameplay category than just random harvesters or trailers or things like that. I'm interested in productions. I'm interested in buildables, right? What kind of buildables will people come up with? But I don't feel I have to use a mod just to use a mod. I kind of get a little kick out of using base game stuff, and then folks come and ask, what mod is that? And I tell them it's a base game piece of equipment, and it's like crickets. You never hear back from them. $200 pallets by a forklift. How long did that take? I mean, I was going to let the helper do this work, but they were just taking way too long. Oh, Chad, I gave you the commands to bridge the gap. See? See, Ravenhawk will just download anything that has John Deere on it. He's the reason the John Deere tractor is the second most downloaded mod on the Mod Hub behind government subsidy. Well, you might want to check out my video tomorrow morning on how to move your mod folder. Because I'm sure a lot of those John Deere mods are just huge. Huge in file size. I was looking at the categories on the Mod Hub today, and Giants went a little bit overboard with those categories. Like, good luck finding anything. And let's hope that it's properly categorized. I mean, let me show you. Right, so the FS25 Mod Hub. Are you kidding me? Let's zoom out. Let's zoom out some more. Let's zoom out some more. How about we just keep zooming out? Look at this. There's the whole list. Now, of course, I don't know if they're going to add... Oh, shit, wrong way. I don't know if they're going to add more categories. But look, maps. We have European map. Stop it. We have European maps, North American maps, South American maps. Well, what about others? There's just, wait, all right, but here. Well, is it front loader vehicle? Is it front loader tools, telehandler tools, wheel loader tools? Or is it a skid loader or a skid loader tools? Or is it just under forklifts? Right, so is it baling transport? Or is it under miscellaneous? Or is it under trailers, low loaders? Or all right, this is how I search the mod hub. I look at page 1, and then I go to page 2, and then I go to page 3. That's how I look for the mods on the mod hub. Like trying to find anything by category. You just hope that it's properly categorized to begin with, or you hope it's in a category that you logically would think to look for. I mean, I would say if ditch the categories and invest all your time in fixing web search. Because if I search fertilizer, I want mods that deal with fertilizer. I don't want every reference to the word fertilizer, which would mean maps, which would mean, oh, just about anything. Well, Jonathan, I'm worried the search on the game is broke too. I was going to demonstrate the in-game search today in a video, and I searched for something that I knew existed, and no results came up. Like, I searched for Alice, right? Alice Chalmers, and nothing came up. I was like, what? So I searched deer. Nothing came up. I'm like, what? Well, Rumble Script, I don't know, maybe I'm the only one, or maybe not. But like, sometimes in these menus, Giants' negatives are the menus are opposite what you would think they are. Like in the mod hub, you know, there's an option to show all mods or show crossplay mods, right? But if show crossplay mods is up, then you're actually seeing all mods. And if it says show all mods, then you're actually only seeing crossplay mods. How about you say what we're seeing? Display crossplay mods. Well, okay. And then really you're looking at every mod and you're only not, you know, it's like this is opposite. Do I really think backwards to reality? Does everyone else in the world think this makes sense and I just think it's backwards? So we live in Bizarro world. Teresa, thanks for dropping by. What do you think of the Hutan Pantai map if you are in Japan. What? Where's that at? I just wish I could send these people home. But I'm no good at that. Set destination. Okay. Go here. Unreachable. How is that unreachable? I just don't understand. I've never been able to send anybody anywhere. And now I can't get into this tractor. I think I can't get in the tractor because it thinks I'm holding something. There we go. GPortal13 Racing, thank you for the sub. If you just rec seed onto the area, it won't germinate. Like, you need to, yeah, probably. Like, you know, it's seeded, right? Or even if it's damaged after harvest. Like, I could see it, it's in a state that's not harvested or something. Okay. So maybe there's something in translation with the $100,000 just to lay down. I mean, Lonnie, what about the heavy equipment pack? The side panel works fine. Well, at least the joystick does. That's what I use to move the camera a lot. I have zero idea what the button mappings are, so I don't use those. Because I literally would have to stare at the buttons every time I wanted to push something to figure out where the button I wanted to push was. Oh, well, thank you for coming over here. We're just chilling, hanging out. We're not doing anything super hard like loading 200 pallets. We're here making some hay, so our little cows have food to eat over winter. Oh yeah, on PC for sure. I mean, it's just a button box. Oops. Like I have, let's see what this button does. Alright, that button does that. That button does that. That button does that. There's the lights. Front lights. That got me out of the tractor. Now I can't get back in it. There we go. That did that. That turned on a blinker. That's connect and disconnect. What's this do? I don't know. Then we have these buttons. You got your joystick. I got that to do that. That's cruise control. So that works. Yeah. Like I said, old dog, new tricks. I wouldn't remember where all the buttons were. And I'd always be just staring at it. Where, what? It's like me and a controller. I have zero clue which button does what on a controller. And I would be staring at the controller going, where's X? Oh, there it is. What's L2? Right? No, not doing it. But yeah, heavy equipment bundle, side panel works fine. We're making hay. This is the process to make hay. I would expect the Hori wheel would restock. I mean, they just came out with it. It's not that old of a product. Is it still on their website? PC. Here's the truck control system. Here's a farming vehicle control system. It's awful expensive, but it's here. I know a lot of folks wished you could buy this separate. Because the wheel looks just like the heavy equipment bundle wheel. It does. It's not all that much, right? It's pretty cheesy. This looks more decent. It's just like the heavy equipment bundle from Logitech. The side panel is the best part of that whole kit. But it still shows available for purchase here in the US. I mean, maybe they don't offer shipping to New Zealand. Maybe, I don't know. Now, apparently there's a new farm stick coming, a new updated version or something. How's the fight going? I'm surprised it's still going. I mean, I should probably be windrowing inside out, but who cares? I don't. And I didn't like the way that AI wanted to do it. No, I do find it a bit funny. It's going over this hay as if it's giant piles. Oh. Oh my gosh. Well. Okay. So it's a full night event. It just wasn't that their fight. Exactly, Grizz, exactly. I know, Tommy boy. What's up with that? Where did that belt go? I still need to ask Giants. I didn't ask him. But I realized that that little belt was missing when I went to try to pick those rocks up over at the dredge. And then I discovered, one, the belt was missing, and two, I couldn't pick up the dredge. So I was like, what? Why am I not able to do that? Yeah, I feel that a ground pickup belt is so essential that it shouldn't have been punted to a mod. Well, we're gonna have fun with that one. Yeah, because I was like, oh, well, maybe they made the big belt pick up from the ground instead. Nope. Oh, David, I got a shipping notice. Apparently your collector's edition is supposed to show up on Sunday. You still want me to hold it until February? Well, apparently there was a pretty big snafu with Amazon US and Giants, or their distributor for the collector's edition. That either they didn't order enough, or they didn't order them early enough, and basically they are insisting that Giants ship them, the collector's editions, to the Amazon distribution center, or centers, and then Amazon will do the final delivery. But what I was hearing from Kermit today was the Giants had offered to just drop ship them to the customers, which would be faster, and Amazon was like refusing. So maybe Amazon was refusing on the standpoint of customer privacy. Like, no, I'm not giving you the address information of all my customers, even if it means my customers get their product quicker. So, do you herald Amazon for maybe being customer privacy focused? Or do you slight them and say, just let me get my stuff when I want it? I'm currently driving a Challenger. Challenger is an AGCO brand similar to White. So it's basically a different brand of the White tractor. New Holland is typically blue for their tractors, at least for the agricultural tractors. All right. Well, like I said, what I'll do is I'll open it for the purpose of swapping the disc and the keys with the disc and keys that I already gave you. And I'll put it away where it'll be nice and safe for 3 months. Professor of Logic, what is up, sir? We should get lots of hay off of this field. We didn't get too much off of that one over there. Oh, really? Oh. Like 32 bales of twine? I mean, well, 30. I don't know. Maybe you haven't used a bale yet. Well, I would have thought you'd used at least one pack of twine by then. So I shipped out. Yeah, I can understand that. I shipped out the Xbox Winners disc today. That was $6, and that was just going to Indiana. All right. Sounds good. What's up, Midwest Farmer? How's it going? Yeah, see, mine's like 2 of 2, but it's part way down. And I made 17 bales. But the wrap is going all the way around the bale. So I don't know if the consumable's higher for that. Oh boy. I look forward to sleeping in tomorrow a little bit. But not too much, because I want to put together the time-lapse video for the temple. The temple build will be done tomorrow, and I'll get that uploaded. And released. 8 years. Almost 9 years. 8 years and 2/3 months. So 8 years and 9 months. Is that what that means? Eight years and 8 months. It is a long time. Yes, and that's if you fill everything up front, right? Like there's no downtime. Sorry, Teresa. I can't do, we don't do translation because it would just introduce too much lag into the stream, and that would make it harder to interact. Look, we got auto stop. Auto stop is turned on. We need to turn on auto drop Z. We put the round bale extension mod in. It will stop your baler before you do. All you have to do is now drive. It's the bestest of all. Now let's see what these new bales look like. Ka-chunk. Oh, they are a little rounder. Because I put the round bale rounder mod in. What's up, GoldenEye? How's it going? Yeah, I don't know why the bales are squared off like that. I don't know, maybe there's a performance reason to round them off. They're more polys to render. So from a performance standpoint, would your system perform significantly different if there were there's all the polys. So would your system perform worse if you had 200 of these as opposed to 200 of the default Giants ones? What? Oh, there we go. So from a standpoint of console performance, maybe, I don't know, right? This is a round, it's round baler, just making bales of hay. Yeah, I picked this one for that reason. Or you can get it all yellow, I think. I think I saw somewhere someone was doing did a video to see if there was a Bale limit on console still, but I didn't watch it. I don't know what the results were. I assume the answer is still yes. Because I assume Sony and Microsoft still want to put limits on players for the sake of performance. Well, I can make sides bales if I get a wrapper. 250 bales, so was it up? Limit was up. Alright, Teresa, thanks for dropping by. Sorry about the language barrier. Well, you can always watch recorded videos because they'll have closed captioning enabled. I thought it was 200, but you know, I don't know from first-hand experience. I mean, you pay a premium for that Baler wrapper combo, you know. It's cheaper to get the two separate. Let's look. Stop, stop, stop. What? Go away. Oh, look. 60, 65, 65. So we'll say $70,000. 112. How much for a wrapper? $16. 27. So 30. And 65. We're under 100 G's. You gotta pony up for the combo. The sacrifices you make to have to play green. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I figured Sony and Microsoft will still have limits. Because, you know, they don't want your gaming experience to be negative on their platform. So they're going to impose limits on what you can do, so you don't have a bad experience on their platform. Because if you do, you might not buy their next thing. Right? You might go and buy someone else's thing. And that would be horrible. So you must play their way. They're like the anti, what is it, Subway? We make it your way? They're the anti-Subway of sandwiches. you will have it our way, and you will like it. I'll be interested to see if there's some sort of animation when we empty out this roll of wrap. Well, Grizz, that really isn't not PC. It's a handheld PC. So it's still a PC. It's still an open platform. Yeah, I mean it's running SteamOS, which is a variant of Linux, and you're using something called Proton, which is an adaptability layer that Steam puts between Linux and the games available on Steam. But when you buy the hardware, you can do literally whatever you want with it. If you want to uninstall SteamOS and install Windows, you can. If you want to install some other Linux gaming distro on it, you could. Now, they've done a heck of a lot of optimizations that makes uninstalling the SteamOS a little silly. I was wondering what that was. Like, we drove over this and this was a big bump. It's like roots coming up out of the ground. Huh. Put my torch away. I say the Steam Deck is like a bridge for console players to get into PC gaming. Because it's PC gaming with a console-like experience. We've almost made as many bales off of this field as we've made in total earlier. Is it the original Steam Deck? The OLED version? Both? And why did it take so long? Everything takes forever to get to the other side of the world, huh? Like, by the time it gets down there, like, no one else is interested in it. Oh, Grizz, I didn't know you were down under too. We're gonna finish baling this field, and then we'll be done. We get a decent amount of folks from New Zealand and Australia. Right? It's like midday morning for you guys. It's early evening for me. Mid-evening now, 10 o'clock. What's up, Ellie? We haven't seen you for a while. Yeah, like I said, after this, I need to record at least the intro to the temple video and then get the time lapse started. Time lapse is going to take all night long. That way I don't waste all day tomorrow doing it. Well, I would expect and hope so. The best universal autoload mod ever. I mean, really the only autoload mod you ever really need. And it doesn't seem like there's really much scripting changes with respect to 25. So we should see, dare I say, all our popular scripty mods. I mean, mods that would have more significant change would be like horseplay or guidance steering if he was going to come out with a modified variant of that, because of the hired helper underpinnings that have changed. And that's all I would expect him to say is it'll be out when it's ready. David, I think we all do, right? I'm so glad it's met everyone's expectations. You know, for me, it's always trepidation on how excited I get for anything, because I don't want to be disappointed. I don't want to be let down. And so often I've been excited for things and then it not happen, and then it's like just depression sets in, and then it's like right. So I try to keep an even keel. But there was so much good, so much promised and or hopefulness, that it was hard not to get excited for 25. David, we are on Riverbend Springs. There's our river. I know you can't tell by looking at this angle, but yeah. We're on Riverbend Springs. Working over here, Field 11. Baling up some hay. So our cows have food for winter. I saw that. I didn't get it. I didn't get it yet because I need to decide if I'm done doing videos related to build mode and around texturing and things. I'm pretty sure I am. But in all the how-to videos, I never use mods unless I absolutely must, because I feel very strong in understanding and knowing how the base game works before introducing changes via mods. Because if you don't understand the base game, then how do you know if a problem you're having is from the base game or is introduced as a result of a mod? And you don't. The only way you know that is if you already have a fairly basic and fairly knowledgeable understanding of how the game works. Well, I mean, there aren't too many games that I'm aware of that heavily load the CPU, or especially these big multi-core CPUs. I feel that most titles are still a handful of cores utilized. And with how fast a lot of these CPUs are these days, if you're only using a few cores, then you're really only able to send so much data to the GPU that it's only going to get loaded up so much. I don't know. So Lua is the single core process. Yeah, so watch out, Upstruck. Big Brown. I thought Big Brown only made right turns. Why you just made a whole loop? I'm still trying to figure out how to get back to the farm. All right, folks, that's going to do me for the night. I want to thank you for watching, coming out, and hanging out. I will be doing this one more time this week, tomorrow night. And then we move into more of a regular schedule next week, because I go back to work next week. And that means I need to have some evenings to create content, as opposed to just hang out and stream with you guys. So I expect I'll probably try to stream once a week next week and going forward, just so we'll have more days or more evenings to put things together. Until next time, happy farming.